The Science of Age Reversal. Welcome back to School of Soul. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Science of Age Reversal series. We were taught that aging is inevitable, that wrinkles, disease, and decay are the price of existence, that life has a timeline, a predictable slope of vitality into fragility. But what if that's wrong? What if aging isn't a one-way street, but a code? And more importantly, what if that code can be cracked? This isn't science fiction anymore. The world's most powerful billionaires, biotech labs, and rogue scientists are pouring billions into a new mission. Not to delay aging, but to reverse it. To make you younger at the cellular level. To turn back the biological clock using gene editing, plasma transfusions, senolytic drugs, and cellular reprogramming. These aren't abstract theories. These are clinical trials. Patent filings, military contracts, FDA-adjacent experiments, and behind closed doors, they're already happening. This series is your unfiltered guide to what's coming and what's already here. We're going to decode the cutting-edge breakthroughs, the ethical minefields, and the spiritual implications of a world where death is optional. But before we dive into the specifics, you need to know the language of this field. Because anti-aging isn't about skincare anymore, it's about cellular warfare. Let's start with the basics. Longevity science is the umbrella term for all research and technologies aimed at extending the healthy human lifespan. This includes genetics, biotechnology, regenerative medicine, artificial intelligence, and even philosophical debates about what it means to be human when aging is no longer part of the plan. Biological age is not your birthday. It's your body's real age based on how your cells are functioning. Someone who is 40 chronologically may have the inflammation, organ function, or telomere length of a 60-year-old. That's biological aging, and that's what this science aims to reset. One of the core enemies in age reversal is the senescent cell, what researchers call a zombie cell. These are damaged cells that stop dividing but refuse to die. They linger in your tissues, secreting inflammatory chemicals and accelerating aging from the inside. A new class of drugs called senolytics is being tested to hunt and kill these zombie cells, effectively cleaning up the internal mess that causes wrinkles, muscle loss, and disease. You'll also hear about telomeres, the protective caps at the ends of your chromosomes. Think of them like the plastic tips on your shoelaces. Every time your cells divide, these tips shorten. When they get too short, the cell dies or malfunctions. Telomere length is a major marker of aging. And now, scientists are working on ways to restore them. One of the most controversial areas we'll explore is parabiosis, a procedure that involves transfusing young blood into older bodies. Inspired by mouse experiments where old mice showed cognitive and muscular rejuvenation after receiving blood from younger mice, this practice has already reached the human biohacking scene. Some call it vampire therapy, others call it the future. Then there's epigenetic reprogramming, a concept that sounds like magic but is rooted in real science. Every cell in your body has the same DNA, but different genes are turned on or off depending on function. Over time, that programming degrades. Scientists are now testing methods to reset the epigenome, to reteach old cells how to act young again. This is the core idea behind startups like Altos Labs, backed by Jeff Bezos, which are working to reset cells to a more youthful state. You'll also need to understand CRISPR, the gene editing tool that acts like molecular scissors. With CRISPR, scientists can snip out faulty DNA and potentially delete aging-related mutations altogether. It's already been used in animals to increase lifespan. The question now is, how soon will it be approved for humans? And who will get access first? Another major concept is longevity escape velocity, a term coined by futurist Ray Kurzweil. It refers to a point in time where science advances so rapidly that for every year you stay alive, technology buys you more than a year of added life. In other words, if you can just live long enough, you may never have to die. Some call it transhumanist delusion. Others call it our destiny. And that brings us to one of the most taboo phrases in this entire field, immortality. Not in the mythological sense, not in the soul sense, but in the literal, biological sense. A growing number of scientists believe death is not a divine sentence, it's a malfunction, a solvable problem, and they are aggressively engineering its cure. But as we'll explore, age reversal isn't just about cells and blood and genes. It's about power. Who controls the tech? Who gets the treatments? Who decides what kind of life is worth preserving? Because right now, anti-aging isn't affordable. It's elitist. A billionaire can inject stem cells, rewire their microbiome, and take 100 precision supplements a day. The average person can't even afford dental work. So we're not just dealing with science, we're dealing with class, with ethics, with spiritual consequences. If one group of humans becomes biologically immortal, do they become gods? Do they stay in power forever? And if no one dies, who's allowed to be born? This is the new frontier. Not space, not Mars, but time. What you're about to watch in this series isn't just about reversing wrinkles or extending health span. It's about the war on mortality itself. A war being fought in private labs, black market blood deals, and billion-dollar clinics far from public view. And whether you choose to participate or not, the age of human redesign has already begun. So ask yourself, If you could live forever, would you? By the end of this series, you may have a different answer than you do today. Hi, I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and SOS, School of Soul has a brand new series, the AI and Future Technology series. Look, you know the world is changing, and no, it's not going back to normal. Normal is over, and what's coming next is beyond anything we were prepared for. The School of Soul, AI and Future Technology series includes 319 videos on 1. The Download Society, How Data Has Replaced Destiny. 2. Predictive Future, Your next moves aren't random, they're forecasted. 3. Social Credit Systems, The Behavioral Economy Now Governs Access. 4. Hive Mind, Synthetic Telepathy and Collective Algorithmic Control. 5. Nanobots Inside You, Medical, Military, and Programmable Intrusions. 6. Grief Tech, AI-Fueled Digital Resurrection and Simulated Comfort. 7. Uploading Your Mind, Consciousness Transfer and Data-Based Identity. 8. Deep Fakes plus AI Clones, The Replication of Reality and Identity Theft. 9. Quantum Humans, The Merger of Biology with Quantum Systems. 10. Digital Afterlife, Where Your Data Goes When You Die. 11. Resurrection Science, Reviving Life Through Synthetic Methods. 12. Immortal Science, The End of Death as We Know It. 13. Longevity Science, Gene Editing, Anti-Aging, and Bio-Upgrades. 14. Designer Babies, Engineered Perfection Before Birth. 15. Artificial Wombs, Birth Decoupled from the Female Body. 16. 3D Printing, Printing Organs, Limbs, and even humans. 17. The Humanoid Era, The Rise of Synthetic Beings Among Us. 18. Legacy Humans, The Slow Phase-Out of Unmodified Analog People. 19. Smart Cities, Algorithmic Environments That Watch and Decide. 20. Cloud-Based Societies, Citizenship Without Borders or Bodies. 21. Hackable Humans, Emotion, Memory, and Behavior Under Code. 22. Biometric Scanning, Your Body is Your Password and Your Prison. 23. Sex Tech, Intimacy Reprogrammed by Machines. 24. Extinction of Gender, Fluidity, Deletion, and Design of Identity. Every topic is fully explored with real-world technologies, patents, case studies, ethical analysis, and future forecasts. These aren't someday discussions. This is already happening. Join the SOS School of Soul Vault to overstand the future before it's implemented on you.